Hey guys, it's Kelly. How are you doing today? I haven't done an art video or anything having to really do with art or art journaling lately. Things have been a little crazy. So I wanted just to sit and play. I'm just using my magazine journal that I made. This is a page that I did. I don't know how well you can see that. And then that page. So now I'm going to do this page. I have ideas, but I'm not going to stick to any certain ideas, but I'm just going to play. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm going to sit and play around here. I think I'm going to put some crackle paste on here to start as my base. It'll be my base, and it's all about that base. All right, so I'm just sticking it in there. I want to get some crackle coming through. I don't know if I will because I added a little bit of water to my brush, but I'm hoping it does. As you can see, of course, I've been finishing up some stuff here, but I just wanted to play. I didn't glue those together. A little wet, no big deal. Not the first time, won't be the last. I gotta really get in there and glue more pages together. I only glued so many. Oh, I can see some of it cracking. Alright, I'm gonna do that a little thicker there. I just like the colors underneath, so I'm gonna leave that on there, leave it dry. I'm gonna use my heat gun. And let's see what it does. I hope you guys are having a great day and are getting your creativity on, whatever way you like to do that. If you don't have a heat gun, like I always tell you guys, use a hairdryer or leave it dry by itself. You don't have to necessarily use your heat gun or have a heat gun unless you're going to emboss. If you're going to emboss or you want to melt like UT or something like that, I wanted to say UTI. Embossing powder, if you want to melt that, you need a heat gun because it gets extra hot. But really, a hair dryer that you have at home will work great, and so will a hair dryer that you find at the thrift store. They have tons of hair dryers there, and you can get one very cheap and use it for your art journaling, or art any type that you're doing to help you dry. So I want to throw some bright colors down, and I'm going to start with my favorite green, and I'm just going to put. This is kind of going to be a mush. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I just feel like playing. I'm going to use that same brush and clean it off and dry it off to get most of the water off. And I'm just going to start adding it in. Not too worried about what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to be drying it in between because I want these bright colors to stay. Ugh, take it off. So I got that on there. All right, real quick. I love all of the, I'm going through a lot of my emails and Facebook messages and on Google. And I'm loving all the stuff that you guys are doing. All your art journal pages, and some of you are doing the index cards and watercolor painting a day and all that kind of stuff. Just, I love seeing all that stuff. It's very inspiring to me. All right, so I have that. I'm going to add, I think, a little bit of red. Please stay in focus there. Just a drop and a drop. And I think I'm just going to use my fingers here. I'm just going to kind of help it along a little bit. I don't want it too transparent. I want it a little bit you know, opaque, more opaque than transparent. And the difference between opaque and transparent is, and I'm only telling you guys this because I still get confused sometimes. I have to think for a second. When something is opaque, it means you can't see through it. So you have really, really good coverage. You see how we have this red here and you can't see that green underneath. But if something is transparent, that means that when you put it on, you'll be able to see that color underneath. And they're both very good things when you're doing art journaling or any kind of painting, especially with mixed media. For me, I'm not that familiar with watercolor and how that really works. I'm going to be starting that soon, my whole new watercolor discovery. So I'm not real sure how that works with that because watercolor can be reactivated. So I'll be playing around with that. And a lot of you had asked me to do some mixed media with the watercolor, so I'm going to try to figure that out. I know I can mix it with different mediums to make the watercolor permanent, but I really like that watercolory effect, so that's something I'm going to have to play with. All right, let's see. I want some bright colors. Let's see if this yellow color is a little different than the green. Yeah. Again, just going to use my... See, that's a little transparent because you can still see the green. It's not as prominent as the red. So this is... I might mix a little bit more red in there to get a little bit of orange in the midst. I'm sorry, that's my chair. I keep leaning forward. Let's mix this in here and see if we can... Yeah. It's turning orange. But do you see how much lighter it becomes? Because I'm mixing it with... This is primary yellow. It's a fluid acrylic. But it's not very... I mean, it is semi-opaque, but it's not completely because you can still kind of see what's underneath of it. But it's a really nice orange color. So I add some texture in that way. And I'm just kind of... All right, I'm going to try that. I'm using all kinds of different brands of paint too. I'm not using the specific one right this second. So I have Delta. I have my Deco Art Medium Fluid Acrylics. What else do I have? Folk Art, the Media. This is Martha Stewart. So it's just, I'm just using whatever I have around. So to get some color on here. Now, can you see that bubbling up? Ah, I love when that bubbles. You just get a great texture. I want some. I'm going to use some of this turquoise. It's the Deco Art Media Shimmer Mister Turquoise. Let's see what we can get. And this stuff dries permanent, so I'm glad because I love it. And you can see I squirted a little bit on my red, so I'm just going to kind of do this so the red, I will still want that red to come through. But I'm good with it everywhere else. Just want to give it a, quick dry just so it doesn't blend everywhere with the rest of the colors that you put on. What other colors do I want? I know I want Tight buff. This is tinting base. What about some cobalt teal hue. And now I'm going to just put just a few drops. Yeah, it's nice. Look how, see how that's very, look at it going over the red. Very opaque. It's very nice. So you kind of get that great. I'm just going to go up here. Then I'm going to add, this is tinting base. Let me see if I can read. Okay. So this is used to make the fluid acrylic permanent and durable custom colors. Shake well. So I'm going to shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay. Let's see what this bad boy does. And it's just liquid. So I'm going to kind of go in here. And just these little areas here. And I don't care if it's mixing with colors or not. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to kind of want to frame all this out, and I didn't do the blue yet. I've not used this yet, so I'm not real sure what I'm exactly going to get with it. So we'll see. Mixing some of that blue in there, but I'm okay with that. I'll do some purposely too. I like this over here. I like that little bit of yellow, and I like the way the green comes through, so I don't want to go over that. But I will take it over here. It's hard for me to talk, so I'm very sorry. All right. Okay. Kind of like that. I'm just going to take off the rest right there. Kind of blend it there. All right. I'm not hating it. I have ideas in my head. I'm trying to convey that to the art journal page. We'll see. Who knows? But I want to dry this. I don't care if bubbles form. I'm okay with that. And that's just from leaving your heat gun or whatever on a part too long. And there's a lot of paint there. It'll bubble a little bit. Adds texture. It's not a big deal. Okay. So I want to get some orange. This is just a little bit of orange, and I think what I want to do is squirt it here. Take a paintbrush and wet it. And do that. I'm getting it everywhere, but so be it. Such is life. I just like this. Oh, I like it. I like it. Okay. I'm going to try that because I really don't want to mess up that texture of what that looks like. And if you don't have a heat gun, just let it dry for 10 minutes. Go on Pinterest or watch a YouTube video or something, and then when you come back, it'll be dry. I know not everybody has, you know, hair dryer or heat gun or whatever, and that's fine. You don't really have to. Don't beat yourself up about it and feel bad about it. I know a lot of you get upset just starting out because you don't have everything, but you will. You'll acquire it as you go on. Now this white is to bring forth more color. So I love doing these kind of pages. To me, they're like mixed media backgrounds, really. So I could put something on top if I want. But I'm going to use the same yellow that we used. And I know it's going to mix in with the some of the orange, but I'm okay. I'm just going to put dots here because I want that yellow to... I'm into doing these kind of backgrounds anymore, these kind of art journal pages, kind of abstract. But do you see how much better that shows up now that we have the white down? And of course, you can use white paint. I mean, you know, it's just adding a little bit more there for me. So I can use a little bit of a lighter color. And I'm just going to go here, and you don't have to use your hands. Use your paintbrush or use your makeup sponge that you use with your paint or whatever you want. Today's a little hard for me to hold a paintbrush like I really want to, but this works just as well. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of keep running that over there. Alright, so now we need, what about a pink? Americana baby pink. And this is from Deco Art. This is mine. I didn't get it from anywhere. I have tons of Americana paint, actually. And you probably could go back on all my videos and watch me using them. So don't give me no letters. I just love paint, so I don't care what it is. If I like the color, I buy it. And what's nice about these craft paints is that they're not that expensive. So like I always tell everybody, people ask me, what can I use? What do I go buy to start my mixed media or painting? And I like to say Roy G. Biv Black and White, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Well, it's indigo and violet, but I say purple. And I don't know what that would be. Roy G. Bip. That's it, Roy G. Bip. And black and white. And you can mix colors with just all those. You can mix a lot of different colors. So never feel helpless. Like you can't do it, because you really can, and they always have them on sale. So you can definitely start getting your pile up. And that's the fun of it all. Now, as you can see, I'm building up different colors, but as I build them, I want to get some more, you know, something on there, some more colors so they're not so, you know what I'll do? I know what I'll do. All right, let me try one more. Let's see. I have, this is metallic blue. Let me see if I can get some metallic blue on here. Just kind of run it through it to break it up a bit. See how that just kind of runs through, kind of mixes a little bit. And then you're going to get some pizzazz in there. A little bit of sparkle. And run it everywhere. Just break it all up. If you have too much of a yellow blob like I seem to have. I don't care though. I just want the colors in there. Okay, see how we got that so far? I want to get something, that didn't do anything. I don't have no water on there. Just kind of, just want it. And this is the fun of playing. It might look nothing like you wanted it to or how you started it, but it's okay because you made it and it's just having fun. So what about some extreme glitter? Just to add a little bit of color. I'm going to keep it fairly thick. Yeah. Just so when it dries, you have a little bit of. Okay. What's the last color I want to use? Spiral, what color do I want to use, buddy? What about quinacridone? I never couldn't say it. Quinoa. It's violet. I'm just being silly. I don't know how to say that other word. I think, who was it who sent me? Lisa, I think, sent me a video of them pronouncing words. Art words. I'm going to take the rest on my finger, wipe it off there. I'm just going to town. That's a pretty color. Nice wine color for lipstick, actually. And I'm just kind of spreading it around. And then what I'm going to do, and it doesn't look like much yet, but just wait, just wait. Take some. Okay. I'm going to dry this. Now, you can see I kind of concentrated a lot of the color in the middle. I'll show you why. I don't know, you probably can't see that bubbling up, but I like it. Now, let me give you a little tip. Let's say, okay, regardless of whether you have a heat gun or not. What is this for? That's for my lemonade I wanted to make. All right. So we have this going, and let's say you're cheap like me. Let's just say it. I'm cheap. Okay, so I already dried most of it, which I probably should have waited. But what I'm going to do, let's see if I can show you what I really want on here, but probably not. It's probably all the way dry, but you can imagine. So you just put that down, and when you pull it up, now you can see, you know, picked up that. But when this is still wet, I'm going to do it over here. Then you do this. You're going to pick up that extra bit of paint, and you can start another mixed media page here. You know, so you can see I'm not really wet, not wet everywhere because I dried it with my heat gun, but it doesn't matter. But just like I said, when it's wet, and I know I tell you guys all the time. Sorry, I am a little out of it. But yeah, you can definitely get a print up of all of your extra wet paint and use it for another page. Take your art journal and put it on there, and you're gonna have everything's covered with spray, orange spray. Okay, so now what I want to do. Also, I'm gonna be having a small giveaway, not on mine, but I have a small giveaway coming up. All right, so keep your eyes out for that. So now I want to decide what color I want to use as my back. Now I can use white, I can use black. Those are pretty much where I'm heading with these. I think with these colors, I think black would be too maybe overpowering. Maybe white would be better. I think I'm going to go for the white. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let me grab some white. Oh, you know what I'll use? I'm going to use my antique white. This is my favorite. You guys know I've been using this forever too. This is my big bottle. I love this antique white. Okay, so what I'm going to do, put you in frame here. And I'm going to just squirt a little bit here. And kind of right there. And I'm going to use a brush. I'm going to dry that brush off because I want this to be... Now, if you wanted this to be a little bit more transparent, you wet the paint down, it thins out a little bit. What I'm going to do is kind of this. Let's see what we can get going here. If we can, in my head how I have it, if I can get it here. Maybe, maybe not. And yeah, you're going to cover up some paint that you got underneath there, but that's all right. Because when you're doing it, you're not really thinking. Anybody see a face in there? I kind of see Popeye. I'm not sure. Every time I do these things, you guys are like, did you see the face? And I'm like, looking. I'm like, no, I can't see the face. But I'm going to do like this. And then like this. And did I put too much paint on you? Bet your ass I did. But that's all right. I'm going to look here, and I'm just going to go across like this. So that's what I'm going to do. And then maybe up here, because I want that clear. Yeah. So what do we do when we put too much paint? Well, you blot it up, or you put your piece of paper on it. Now, as you can see, I'm blotting. And what I'm doing, and I just got it on my arm, but why I'm doing this is just to lift up some of that paint, but also to add a little bit of texture, to see if that's what I like. I might not like that and go over it again. Who the heck knows with me? Today, I can't promise you anything. And just keep going. Just add some texture. Now right here, let's say that I didn't want that to be all off-white or white or whatever color you do. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to wipe it off. And what that does, do you see how that looks? And then it kind of softens that. So take a wet paper towel and go around where your circles are, or whatever design you put in. You could draw a bunny face. You can draw whatever the heck you want. I don't care. This just happens to be what I'm doing. But okay. My paper towel's gone. So I'm not liking, let me see, once my brush off, I'm going to leave it a little bit wet because I'm not digging this here. So I'm going to take this off here, and I'm going to take this off. I don't like it. I'm going to take my paper towel and kind of do this. So you're kind of painting with your paper towel or with the water. I like that being separated, but I don't know how much I like it, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think, let's do this. Let's spray some water here. And before it dries, I'm just going to lift up some because I think I put too much white on. It's okay though. Because I want those to peek out, like the colors to peek out a little bit like we're doing a mixed media painting, but I don't want them to be as bright as the other colors. I'm just going to wipe that out because I'm not digging that. I don't know. In my mind, it worked. Isn't that the fun part, though? So it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it. So be it. You know what I'll do? I'll do a thing on top. A thing. A thing. Cal, what thing? But what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take some black. I will do a painting on top. Then I'll just keep it as a background. Nothing wrong with making backgrounds for your art journal. Some work out, some don't. The point is having fun, and I just feel a little bit productive because I haven't been. All right, so I'm going to take some black. I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to wet it. I don't even have jokes today, I got to tell you. A little bit more. You can see it's like ink. And then comes the fun. Yeah. That's what I like. Oh, I'm going to be mad at myself later when I go to clean all this up. But it's giving me what I want. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I wasted a lot of black paint there, but I love it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and find another page like this DiGiorno, and I'm going to paint on it with the rest of this just to give it a little bit of faux gesso. So when I go to do another page, it's already done. I can start on it, and then it'll be a darker page. That way it's not wasted. And I saved myself some time the next time I do my art journal page, which will probably be tomorrow because I've been loving doing the art journal pages. Which is mindless playing with no goal at the end. Because I've been painting a lot of mixed media paintings, and I've been fixing up some to sell, and it's just fun to play. Alright, so give this a scroll real quick. Make sure you tag me, guys, with all your art and your work, and get me on the Facebook page. All my links and everything are down below in the description box. So many of you do it, and I just enjoy it so much, seeing what you guys do. Alright, so that's gonna be dry there. I'm gonna go up on here. Some of this dry, and because we added water to it, it's going to dry a little bit faster because water, of course, dries fast. But I like the way, and I'll show you up close in a second. Let me get most of this dry. I like the way when you add the water. Let me see if I can show you over here. See how it kind of like right here, if we could clear up. If we could clear up. There you go. How it kind of has a shadow to it and a darker side. I love that. But this is the page in my art journal book, in my magazine junk journal. So I could see me leaving it like this, but I could also see me putting something on the front. Some sort of something. What do we have there? A dog? No, I'm kidding. I just like everybody telling me that they see things, and I try. Can't see anything in there. So let me know what you see in there. If anything. Besides a hot mess, let's face it. Now, I love it. I love the black, how it did it. So, again, just play. You guys are the best. Thank you for being so supportive of me and just checking up on me and all that you guys do. I just can never thank you guys enough. And as always, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much. I put a video up, I think, before this one, if it uploaded off my phone. Just going through my feed of who I watch. Now, it's not everybody I watch because I can only go so far on YouTube. I'd really have to make a list of everybody I watch, but I figure if I can go through, you know, once a month or whatever to give people, you know, a little shout out and everything like that, I will. So check out that video. And that's about it today. I hope you guys enjoyed this and just sitting with me blabbing because I'm trying to get myself back to normal somewhat, whatever normal is. And I hope y'all have a great day. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.